Hello, good evening. My name is Paula Isais, and I will be talking about my presentation and what took place and how it took place and um, what was the presentation about. Today, I had the pleasure to interview a 70-year-old male, Hispanic male, Catholic, and he is my neighbor. I had the pleasure to it was a privilege to being able to interview someone that is 70 years old and ask these personal questions. It was very educational, powerful, and I would say um, very rewarding because I got to learn a lot about his cultural background, his identity, his family, and everything that is going on currently in today's into today's life, what's going on with him. Um, as a social worker, I did notice a lot of things that can be he can benefit from support. He did say that he has a lot of family support and friends and family support, um, which is great. And ideally, to be 70 years old, still has his mother, who still live with him, and she is 98 years old. Um, and he shared that with me, and that's great. They come from a background that they come from Guanajuato. He was born and raised in California, but still very highly proud of his culture. He did say that one of the things that he enjoys um, is going out for walks, hanging out with his friends. At one point of his life, he enjoyed dancing. He enjoyed playing soccer, but unfortunately, because of the age that he is, has restrained him from doing those things that he currently enjoys. Well, he can't do anymore because of the mobility, because of his physical health, because of his age. But life has taught him very well. Um, and also, this presentation also taught me how life is precious and what I learned from 70-year-old, although dealing with a third age can be a little difficult, just because they have life experience more than a younger person. And he was very open-minded to share his experience and how he's facing life at this point in his life. It's not easy, but he made it seem that it's doable and how powerful it is to, even though there's days that he struggles getting up, he manages to push himself to move forward and do what he's supposed to do because he won't allow depression or sadness get in the way of doing things on his daily routine. Although he mentioned during my interview that there are days that he just wants to sleep. There's days that he does feel tired, and there's days that sometimes he wants to give up. But he has that strong support. He has a support from his family. He mentioned that he also has his sister and any other relative pushing him to move forward and not give up on his life skills. That's important. During the presentation, he also explained that his physical health is not the best, but he does manage to not let those obstacles get in the way of continuing with everything. As a social worker, I was able to identify a lot of needs that he's currently struggling with. But he appears to have the support that he needs through the family and friends and family. And at the end of the interview or session, I would say, if I was to be his clinician, I would, provide him some resources, of course, just so he can have a little bit more information or any other benefits that he probably is not aware that he can benefit from. But in a situation like Alex, um, he is currently going to all his doctor's appointments. He has no issues with any of that. Family is great. Although he did mention that he is struggling with a little bit of grief. He mentioned that his father passed away. And that itself makes it a little difficult for him to explore, not explore, to go about his day, because there's days that he has the whole family foundation, and there's days that that one person, it's not there and it's not the same. But he says that life is life, and he wouldn't let that come into an effect where it plays a big factor in his life. So with that being said, this is Alex's presentation. This is Alex life story. And I really appreciate being able to being able um to present a presentation with someone out of work, or family, or just knowing a background of a neighbor that I've been knowing for a very quite time. And it was a very pleasure to know him inside out. And you know and yeah, that's pretty much it. But thank you so much. This is my presentation, and hope you enjoy it. Have a good night.